We're going to continue with emailed questions for now. George in Arkansas writes this. With Zohran Mamdani now having won the mayoral race in New York, a question I have is, why do you believe God allowed this to happen? If everything happens for a reason, could he be using this situation to strengthen others' faith through a dark time? I think he's making the point that Zohran Mamdani is actually a Muslim candidate. So in this case, could God use people outside of the faith to strengthen our faith, Father?
Or the take that I am getting from George's question is that there's almost a sense of wanting to despair. Like, how could God allow this? It's so bad when you have a communist socialist that is now in charge of the largest city in the United States. So why would God permit this? One way I would look at it as I would say it's because we are so dense that we just don't learn. We have to remember that how many hundreds of thousands of people or whatever it was, I haven't looked specifically, but in the city that actually checked the box and said, yes, we want him. We know he's socialist. We know he's, in a certain sense, he's not only anti-Christian, but he's anti-Jewish and certainly pro-Muslim. I mean, even knowing all those things and all the other things that came out about him, people still chose to vote for him. And some people voted for him because they saw that he was going to be the best protection for instance, for abortion. So it's not that God is letting us down. It's that we are not changing. When we get somebody good elected into office, do we change? We are happy. Oh, thanks be to God, we dodged a bullet. But then do we actually change our lives? We can say, but God gave us a great grace by that person getting elected versus that person getting elected. But after the returns come in and we rejoice and celebrate, what's the real change? As society, we sort of drift back to the same old paths that are opposed to God's law. So until we start actually changing as a society, I don't see that there's going to be a lot of really great news. You know, people are still accepting the killing of babies. People are still accepting all kinds of unnatural unions. People are still accepting this crazy transgender junk. And not everybody, of course, we say, well, we don't, it's true, but a lot of people do. Even if everybody else is doing something that I know is wrong, it doesn't justify me doing that. If I choose to do the opposite, God will look at that and he will bless me for that, even if everybody else is doing the other thing. But as a society, we are also judged by as a society, and there are consequences, even if we don't specifically participate. But ultimately, I would say the best thing that we can do when bad things happen is that we can use that to motivate us to reform our lives, to overcome sin in our lives. Because if I'm doing some personal sin, I say, well, it's not that, it's not, abortion, it's not, but whatever sin I still hold on to, whatever I'm still doing against God, is contributing to the evil. And so I'm kind of helping the same bad side. So I should use it to motivate and reform my own life.
Yeah, thank you, George from Arkansas, and thank you, Father, for the answer. I'm looking at a tweet here from a person on X who said that young women were the story of the elections. 81% of them voted for Mamdani in New York City. So something's wrong there. Do you want to support Ask a Priest Live? Click here to donate to this channel and support our mission, or donate safe and secure at thestationofthecross.com.